Today, let's talk about tuning into what you want. So, it's often said that we become what we think about. So, what does that exactly mean? Well, the thoughts that I'm holding in my head cause a feeling. That feeling causes my body to move into an action that produces a reaction that gives me the result. One of the problems that we have today is we are letting our outside circumstances create that thought. Now, when we think that thought, we tune into or go on to a frequency. Now, I think that's where a lot of people might get tripped up. What do you mean frequency? So when I'm thinking of something, I'm thinking I'm on that frequency, and other like-minded thoughts about that particular thing or thought is going to come to me. So let me unpack that here for you a minute. Okay, basically like this. Right now in this room, in my office, there is rock and roll music and there's country music. There's all kinds of different music. But I can't hear it. Why is that? Because I have not had a tuner to tune into that frequency. Therefore, if I turned on a radio right now and I got into, let's say, country music, I think up here it's 97 something, and I tune to that, I would be tuning into that and get that music. That music is already here, but now I can hear it because I have a tuner that tuned into that station. Same thing goes with rock and roll. I'm not going to get one or the other unless I tune into that particular frequency or station. If I have electricity, I do, in this room, it's in that socket. I need to plug in, tune in a lamp or something to get the electricity from it. I got to tune into it, and then I can enjoy the light or what it brings. Okay, that is something I have to do. You have to tune into things to get something out of it because you can't see it unless you tune into it. Money is nothing but energy. Everything is energy, and that's talked over and over again. It's energy. So right now, there is so much money in this room, but it's just an energy. Until I tune into it, it's not going to come to me. Or anything that has to do with what I want, until I tune into it, it's not going to come to me. So here's an example for you. Let's say I let my outside circumstances control my thinking and control what frequency I think upon. And I'm going down the road and I look over and I see, let's say, a Honda Civic. And I see this Honda Civic. So what happens when I physically see that car? Well, the same thoughts I get, you might not get, but I'm going to think, okay, that's a nice little car, probably good on gas. I wonder what it costs for insurance for that car. I wonder what that car costs. I wonder what the lease is. I wonder if you pay cash for it. I wonder what kind of tires that thing takes. I wonder what kind of tires, how much the tires cost for that car. Then I might even go even farther, and I might start thinking, well, I wonder if that guy who drives that car parks it in a garage or a carport, or lives in a house or an apartment. I can go on any thought trip I want to, but I am on the frequency of a Honda Civic because that is what I'm thinking about. So now let's say I go into my intellectual factors. Instead of my sensory factors where I can see, hear, taste, touch, and smell, which everybody goes by and lives by, now I'm going to tune into my intellectual factors, which is reason, memory, your intuition, your imagination, your perception, your will. If I tune into that and I think red Ferrari or a nice red Ferrari, I'm going to start thinking, wow, I wonder what that thing costs to insure. I'm going to get different thoughts. I wonder what those tires cost. I wonder what kind of gas mileage that gets. I wonder if that person parks a car in a garage or a house. I wonder how big his house is. I wonder what kind of job he has to afford that car. Do you see the difference in the thoughts? The thoughts of the Honda Civics are completely different than the thoughts of the Ferrari. But both of those is what I did was tune into the frequency that that particular thing causes. Now, you can even go down deeper rabbit holes by saying, oh, look at that good-looking female driving that Honda Civic. I wonder if she's single. I wonder if she goes to church. I wonder what kind of job she has. I wonder what she thinks. I wonder if she has kids. I can go down a whole nother thought train, and now I pop myself onto that frequency. So the frequencies that I think upon all day long is what I'm attracting back to me, because I cannot attract back to me the frequency I'm not on. I cannot get power in a lamp unless I plug it into the wall and use the electricity and tune into it. You cannot get nothing in life unless you tune into it. I do not grab and keep and hold the energy in the wall. It's conductive. It goes through it. I tune into it. I use it. If I was to unplug the lamp, I just unplugged myself from that power frequency, making the lamp light. If I stop thinking of the Honda Civic and think of a bicycle, what did I just do? Now I'm on the frequency of a bicycle. So if I can control my thoughts throughout the day and start thinking on the frequency of things that I want in life by using my imagination, my will, my intuition, my memory, and get the image there. We think in pictures. The picture causes the feeling. So ask yourself, what kind of pictures am I getting? Am I letting just my outside world control my thinking all day long? Therefore, I'm on a frequency of something maybe that's just mediocre, or maybe it's something I don't want. But the point is, we don't know we're doing it. We're not aware of it. That's what I'm doing. I'm trying to make you aware of what you are thinking and why you're at where you're at. And you could go farther. I'm not saying you are in a bad situation. Everybody should want more in life. There is nobody that I've ever met in my life that says they have everything in life is just perfect. There's nobody. I've never even met billionaires that say that. But if you think that, you think that. But it's what I'm inviting you to do is tune into the frequency of what you want and try that out. Try to focus on as many times as a day, what am I thinking? What just made me feel like that? You know, there'll be times when I'm driving to my house over here in Meridian to work, and one day I'll be listening to a song in my truck, and I'll be singing along and just great vibration, great mood. I've tuned into a great frequency. The very next day, I could be bummed out, depressed, frowning, wondering what's going on with me. Why am I not like I was yesterday? Has my bank account balance changed? No. Has my customers changed? No. What has changed? The only thing that changed was my thinking. What was I thinking about the last 5 minutes that made me get bummed out or depressed like that, and change it? You know, a great thing to do, like my mentor Bob Proctor always said, was put on a good song. Get something to get you happy, emotional. So the whole point of this video is tuning into it so people understand when you say get onto a frequency, get onto that frequency by your thoughts. How do you do that? You read, you meditate, you do gratitude lists, you journal, you do things throughout the day. You use your intellectual faculties and think of the image that you want. And start letting those thought trips control your day instead of letting some outside circumstance control your day.